Hello, this is Dumont, and today I bring to you a joint project with Deceptitron. The reason being is because I really have been enjoying watching his videos recently, and plus he's been commenting quite a bit on my channel recently. The thing is, he's mainly a Transformers toy reviewer, and as you know, I have a lot of Bakugan stuff on my channel, so I really commend him for his open-mindedness and checking out the Bakugan stuff and watching my videos, even though I don't have a whole lot of Transformers stuff on my channel. Today's subject is pick your top 5 favorite Marvel superheroes, male or female. The problem that I have is, for me, I do not like mainstream, so the characters that I'm going to pick you may not be familiar with. And I really couldn't think of 5 superheroes that I really wanted to mention, so instead I'm just going to do 3. And Deceptitron might do the same, or he may do 5. That's all up to him. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so right when I really started getting into comics, way back when, the first title that I started with was pretty much Wolverine. I pretty much started with issue number 9, which was an excellent issue. But anyway, as he started to get more and more popular, to the point where he started getting huge, right, in his fame and everything, it turned me off, and I found that the stories started to really suck. So that's when I was like, you know what, let me switch to someone else or a different title. And that's when I found X Factor. And in X Factor, my favorite character, which is to me almost not the equivalent of Wolverine, but would give a good fight with Wolverine, was a character named Archangel. Originally, Angel was in the original X-Men, I believe, and he was a lame character. It was just some rich dude, playboy guy with feathery wings, and man, he was very, very lame. Anyone could have come up with that, you know. Now, pretty much bad things happen to him. His wings, you know, they have to take them off, amputate them basically, and Apocalypse comes in and, you know, gives him a deal. He says, hey, I will give you back your wings, but you become part of my 4 horsemen team, and I'm going to rename you Death. And so our Angel goes from Angel, just boring, lame Angel, to Archangel. He just completely looked different. He had like this pale blue skin, and he got rid of that funky looking blonde hair that he just looked horrible with. And he has this awesome looking costume now, and combine that with metal organic wings, just awesome. The feathers are blades. They can paralyze you, so you can launch these feathers like dart blades, and then he can fly, and the wings themselves are just metallic blades, razor sharp. So this is a perfect example of recycling a crappy character into something that is totally awesome. And the reason why I also bring up Wolverine is not just because they also have blades as their weapon, is because there was an issue in X Factor where Sabretooth makes a guest appearance, and Sabretooth, like in the X-Men, the first movie, he was very, very poorly portrayed. I mean, he was like a dumb mute, didn't even talk. He was like a mindless idiot, you know, and that's, if you know Sabretooth, that's just wrong to present him that way. Anyway, in this X Factor issue, he was awesome. He pretty much, it was almost comedic that he was like, I'm gonna go hunting, and he shot down Archangel as if he was shooting some type of fowl, and then he goes in and they go into hand-to-hand combat, and it's an awesome fight, you know. Sabretooth claws him, and he has like a poison on his claws, and Archangel is devastated by it, but at the same time Archangel uses his wings and cuts Sabretooth almost in like half right at the torso, and it's a really good fight. But Yeah, that was a prime example for me to get won over by Archangel. Back in the early 90s, I remember Ghost Rider came out with his own title, and I was all into that. I remember there was this one issue that had Ghost Rider's face on the cover. So it was his entire face, almost as big as the whole cover, and it was glow in the dark, and it was awesome. So I got that. Actually, the one that I got was in second print, which is okay because the background was in gold, and it actually looked kind of nicer, and it still glowed in the dark. And I remember putting it up on my room, and at night before going to bed, I could see it glow, and it was all cool and everything. So I really like that. Now, the character that I'm picking next is not Ghost Rider. It's actually Vengeance. And Vengeance is very, very similar to Ghost Rider. He's basically another Ghost Rider. And what's interesting is they also came out with a comic book with a similar cover that reflects the Ghost Rider one that I just mentioned. So it's a face of vengeance up close, and once again it glows in the dark. And I'm happy to say that I also have that one, so I put them side by side, complete my collection there. What do I like about Vengeance? Well, basically, he is very similar to Ghost Rider, but to me, he's like Ghost Rider on acid. Okay, check out his design. You know, he's everything that Ghost Rider is, but more. He has this awesome mohawk, except it's made out of spikes. I think that's really cool, and he has tusks coming out. You know, so he's not just a generic skull. I really like that. You look at his motorcycle, and it looks phenomenal. When Wolverine was getting extremely popular, there came in the fad where he's a good guy, but he kind of behaves like a bad guy, this type of thing. So you got characters like Wolverine with his berserker rage, very animalistic. Another guy was Cable, and another one was Deadpool. Okay, so basically you had psychos. They're good guys, but because they're psycho, they can kind of get away with it type characters. Okay, so back when that was all popular, the next character I want to go into is Death's Head 2, aka Minion. This guy topped them all, in my opinion, because, you know, he fits that category, except he's not psycho. He's schizophrenic, okay? He has multiple personalities. Basically what he does is he can assimilate a personality. So if you are a doctor or something, he can assimilate you, and now he has the skills that you had, you know, because you're in there too now. You know, so to me that's very, very unique. Plus, just look at the way the guy looks, right? He's basically a Predator meets the T-1000 with his liquid metal arm. Okay, just phenomenal looking. Just got to go with Death's Head 2. Really like that. Real quick, I want to mention that in this list, I excluded Guardians of the Galaxy, which I really, really like, but I didn't want to count them in because it was very hard to find pictures of those guys and stuff, and I just thought it would make things more complicated. So I did exclude some people from my list.